and welcome to Community Reports on Channels Television. Last week, we brought you a report about graduates and other professionals who have now found a devotion in automobile repairs. This developing trend has assumed a profession that suggests that the traditional mechanics who learnt and practiced using the power of hearing and observation to solve every problem may well be out of business in a matter of time, unlike the modern approach which deploys technology to every aspect. When we left off last week, these questions were raised. 1. How exactly are the members of the old bloc coping with these changing times? 2. Is it possible for both sides, the new and the old, to cohabit in a symbiotic manner? The third question queried the possibility of extinction for the old approach. Today, we will allow you to see through the eyes of the men in the eye of the storm. Their responses and resolve is an interesting piece to hear and watch. So sit back as we bring you the story of the old mechanics as they struggle to eke a living in an invaded market space. Welcome. It's the beginning of an evolving pattern in our socio-economic dispensation. The system has witnessed a shock and an interruption with technology. It, however, seems like the foundation members are not oblivious of the surge pushing on. So while they wait to comprehend and perhaps react accordingly to what's coming, they will continue to work their hands in grease, fuel, and engine oil. The show just has to go on. We caught up with one of the veterans of the old ship. He shares with us how it all began, what went down, and how the transition is being received.
I started this work since 1965. And I've been in school, but when there is a small problem, my dad cannot cope again, then I said I would go for mechanic work. And since then, I enjoy the work because I finished 1970 and started my own side of it. So, and the work is a very good job, only by now some boys are not ready to go for it again because they thought it's an dirty work. But we know very soon they will know that it's a very good job because people are now looking for mechanic and they cannot get. And especially this time around, mechanic has changed, not like before, when you see people dirty or look like an animal while they are walking. Or when they want to enter bus, people are running for them like mad. It's not so again. Things has changed already. Mechanic now is a modern mechanic. And we thank Lagos State for being help us since then, because they help us so much by giving us more training, because there are different type of vehicles when we learn. And now the things has changed. Modern vehicle has come. And they change all the mechanics back to modern mechanic.
Street wisdom, consistency, discipline, and tenacity at work still clearly stands out the block of old school mechanics. So that while their contemporary counterparts may be able to sight read from the song sheet of automobile rhythms, their ears and a well fine-tuned one through years of consistent listening is the diagnostics machine they require for everyday worksheet success.
That is where we said boys should please have patience, because with the patience the elders has make them know all these type of things. If you are patient with all what you are doing, anywhere sounds come from and what you have been doing every day. If it's clutch, when you want to match your clutch, you hear boom, you will know that something is happening there. That is when we are using clutch, not automatic. But nowadays, even if it is an automatic, when you are driving and you see that it's overdrive more than what you are accelerating, then you will know that there is a problem. Or it's lesser than what you expect. You must know with your experience. But some boys are not yet ready to learn up to that standard again. 1, 2 years, I know everything. I've done. I'm going. Which is supposed not to be. If you don't know well, you cannot do well. If there is any sound of knocking from the engine, the sound is different to when the temperature is rise. when there's an overheating. Overheating sound is like you are boiling water. It will come with like it will just come out like as if you want to blow air. But if it is cracking engine from the engine, you will hear crack, 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 crack. If you continue to raise it or you drive more than necessary, it will knock that engine or break the engine into pieces. So we must make sure.
What causes it?
Sometimes if you use bad engine oil in your vehicle, it will cause it. Sometimes if you don't change the oil in time and the rust come and block some holes there, that's supposed so the oil will not run into phases of the metals. It can cause it. Sometimes if overheating comes and you don't take care of it in time, it will hit all the parts of the engine and it will overheat.
Machine can't do this one. This one is the one they call practical. The problem is that the engine is smoking. Okay. Number one, then the seal is leaking. You only discover or find out the problem when the Silencia is smoking, and then when you touch it, you see that the smoke that comes out of it is coming. So you say that the engine is smoking.
That's like you're just guessing. How do you know that is it?
It's not about guessing. It's what you have learned. You understand? So when you will see that the oil will be reducing more and more. The oil will be reducing. Then you'll be topping it. The oil will keep on reducing. That's because of the experience you have already gotten on it. You know that the seal is not good again.